Hey everybody, welcome back to the Planet Transit Comic Books channel. I'm Matt, and today we're going to review Vinyl number 1. Before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, all that stuff, it really helps me out. And just so you guys know, we're doing our 100 subscriber giveaway. So all you got to do to enter that is comment in any of the videos from Monsters review from last week on. And you could enter in as many videos as you want. You put your name, comment, talk about whatever, and then just be subscribed, and we will take all the comments, everybody's names, and put them in a hat and pick one. So and what we're gonna do is give away a Comixology gift card. Yeah, on that note, let's get into it. All right, so right away, this one's kind of an interesting comic. It is an Image comic. Like I said, it's named Vinyl number 1. This one just kind of stood out. It just seemed like a weird horror comic that no one really was mentioning or talking about. I wasn't even going to pick this one up, but I read this little intro and it intrigued me enough to make me go, okay, well, I'll see what's going on. But it's written by Doug Wagner, artist by Daniel Hillard, and colors by Dave Stewart. And right away, we see some graphic violence and some weird zombie or something in the first page here. And it seems like there's two guys arguing while this zombie's coming at one of them. We get this dude sitting here with this teddy bear mask. His name Walter, and this guy named Dennis, who looks like he's injured, is about to get killed by this zombie woman. Is like, he's like, Walter, you got to put your mask on. You got to remember. It'll help you remember. You got to do it. And Walter's like, I'm scared. I don't know why. Why would I put a mask on? And he's like, just do it. Come on, you got to help me out here. And then the zombie goes to attack Dennis. Walter actually saves him. And then all of a sudden he starts snapping to the sound of this record that's playing. There's something with the music and Walter that kind of we find out later, but this is just like a hint of that. That was 2 days ahead, so now we cut back 2 days. We see Dennis is sitting at this table. He is working for the FBI or something, and it turns out Walter is actually a serial killer. So he's a serial killer who kills people to a soundtrack. They're trying to get Walter here, the serial killer, to indict himself on tape. So Dennis is wearing a wire, and he's like, "Oh, tell me about where you were last week." Walter thinks back, and it's like he's 2 weeks ago outside of Cleveland, Ohio. He's murdering someone. We cut back to right now, and Dennis is like, "Hey, Walter, you kind of phased out there for a second," and then some weird thing happens. This is like a weird plot twist that I did not see coming. But there is this woman, and she is with some kind of modern day, cult or something, like Jonestown or something like that. And so she's like, "Oh, hi, Dennis." And I guess she knows him because he works with the FBI and he arrested her son. And so she's like, "Oh, you wrongly imprisoned my son, and I want him out." And guess what, we have your daughter with us. So they show him, "Oh, your daughter's in our cult now, and we're gonna make her do weird cult shit or whatever." So Dennis, he actually goes with them out of his own volition because they're like, "Just come with us, of your own free will, and we'll figure it out." So Dennis goes to their weird compound, and then Walter, I guess being a good friend, is like, "I don't like the cut of these cultist jibs." So he takes his bike over to the Sunflower Farm, which is where these cultists are. He's like, "Hey, where's my friend?" They're like, "Yeah, fuck off. We're not going to give your friend to you." He's like, "Hey, I just, I have a couple questions." And they're like, "No, we'll just have the guards see you out. You don't need to know anything." And he's like, "Well, do you all sleep in this house all together?" And she's like, "No, just go away. You don't need to know anything." So he leaves, but he leaves something in the mailbox. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but he says, "New friends it is." So it seems like maybe he's going to save Dennis, even though he does know that Dennis works for the FBI now. He's like, "Dennis is my friend." I'm going to stop it here because it's actually almost to the end of the comic and I don't want to spoil anything. This one is a weird comic. It goes in a lot of different directions. Just the serial killer aspect would probably be enough. Then there's the weird zombie aspect, which doesn't even get touched on except at the beginning. Why is there a dead woman with an axe in the beginning of this? No idea. And then we have these cult members. So maybe the cult is actually real and they can rise people from the dead. I don't know. They don't really solve any of that in this issue. They're just kind of set up for the next issue. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. It just seemed like there was a lot of ideas thrown at you this first issue, trying to get you hooked or at least intrigued so you keep buying the next issues. And the writing was, like I said, I want to know what happens because it's so fucking weird. I at least got to get to figure out where the zombie comes from at the the first page. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Did you read it? Did you check it out last week? Are you going to continue? On that note, once again, if you guys want to be up for that Comixology gift card, just comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll definitely enter you guys in that to win a Comixology gift card. And that's it for today. We'll see you on the next one.